Did President Tinubu's Independence Day speech meet the expectation of the Nigerian youth? With the pump price of petrol already reaching 1,200 and food prices rising by 40.66% as of mid-2024, it becomes difficult for the common man to believe that President Tinubu has heard the voice of the suffering masses, as said in his speech. A total of 164 CNG buses are already plying the roads. For tens of thousands of such buses in the streets is what is needed by Tinubu's administration to achieve the plan to subsidize transportation using CNG buses. And to the average Nigerian, this sounds like a protracted solution and seems to still be a far cry from their agitations. What about his promise of a 30-day youth conference? Will it prove to be a game changer to win over the confidence of the Nigerian youth? In other words, is the Tinubu administration actually committed to finding sustainable solutions to alleviating the suffering of the common Nigerian, and is there any obvious evidence to back this? Welcome to Politics and Power Play. In this video, we will take a closer look at the Independence Day celebration speech delivered by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and analyze the true state of the nation and whether the Tinubu's government is truly concerned about the struggles of Nigerians with the rising cost of living, or are they only interested in making reforms that will enrich the personal purse of members of the cabinet? On October 1st, 2024, during Nigeria's 64th Independence Day celebration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu delivered a speech that notably aimed at addressing certain concerns of the Nigerian youth. The president's speech came at a crucial time when Nigerians are grappling with severe economic challenges in the midst of high youth unemployment, which has led to a widespread disillusionment with Tinubu's government. But a major political debate has risen among Nigerians, with many doubting whether this speech effectively addresses the grievances of the Nigerian youth, or is it just another routine Independence Day address? But first, let's see some of the emphasis of the president's speech. President Tinubu emphasized investments in mechanized farming, including the local assembly of 2,000 John Deere tractors aimed at boosting food production and reducing food prices, particularly in partnership with states like Kebbi and Jigawa. While agricultural mechanization is crucial for increasing productivity, its success will depend on effective implementation and accessibility for small-scale farmers. The bulk, therefore, will fall on the table of members of the cabinet of the Tinubu administration, and this time, will the implementation of this plan be transparent and corrupt-free? Kindly share your opinion in the comment section below. But what about the efforts the Tinubu administration is making to expand the adoption of compressed natural gas buses, otherwise known as CNG buses, to provide cheaper public transportation as mentioned in the president's speech? Transitioning to CNG can indeed lower fuel costs and reduce dependence on petrol. But this requires significant infrastructural development for large-scale impacts. However, the question in the mind of the common man is, how soon will this transition happen? Agreed, 164 of these buses are already in circulation. But how far is this milestone from the tens of thousands of buses that must be in place for Nigerians to feel the impact, as experts have suggested? The approved economic stabilization bills, which aims to reduce the tax burden on business and workers, while encouraging investments, is a step that can help stabilize the macroeconomic environment. But what about the unused street taxation of motorists and small businesses by law enforcement officials and public servants? The president announced youth-centric programs such as the Technical Talents Program and the Nigerian Education Loan Fund (NELFund), aimed at developing technical skills and providing accessible education loans. These programs are timely for addressing Nigerian youth unemployment crisis, but the challenge lies in the scale and equitable distribution of these opportunities. But the most controversial of all is Tinubu's proposal of a 30-day youth conference as an initiative aimed at bringing young people together to discuss key issues such as employment, innovation, education, and security. While this could be viewed as a meaningful step towards addressing youth grievances, will it be welcomed by the various aggrieved factions such as the youths under the Obedient Movement, the Northern Youth Forum, and more? Regardless, many Nigerians, especially the youth, are skeptical about its potential for real impact, perhaps based on the government's track record on economic policies. It must be acknowledged, however, that the president has made efforts to engage with the youth through initiatives like the 3MTT Tech Training, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund (NELFund), the ongoing skills acquisition training by the Nigerian Youth Academy, and more. If this conference is executed sincerely, with genuine youth representation and a clear pathway for implementing its resolutions, it could serve as a platform for meaningful change. Yet, the risk remains that this initiative, like others before it, may fall into the category of well-intentioned but poorly executed government projects. Many Nigerians have expressed frustration at what they see as government talk shops with little real impact, and this perception can further erode trust in governance. While President Tinubu's speech does make an effort to address youth grievances through the announcement of a national youth conference, it still falls short of offering immediate solutions to the pressing economic hardships faced by many Nigerians. The president's economic reforms, though potentially beneficial in the long run, have contributed to rising poverty and inflation in the short term. For these reforms to alleviate poverty, they need to be paired with carefully crafted social safety nets and immediate economic relief measures. The hopes of many Nigerians is that the youth conference should not be another symbolic gesture, but a concrete step towards incorporating the voices of the youth in national policy making. If implemented properly, it could help bridge the gap between government actions and the needs of the populace. But without immediate and meaningful economic relief, these initiatives risk being seen as routine Independence Day promises rather than a genuine commitment to addressing the grievances of the Nigerian people. Thanks for watching, and make sure to click on the subscribe button for more videos on politics and power play.